Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. And today I have a very unique video for you guys. I have theorized a dish for every Coromon. That means that for the Toruga dish, I will theorize a dish that you could make using Toruga as the ingredient, meaning that
Yes, turtle. Are you getting a little bad? Why are they peeling him? What the?
this will get very cursed very quickly. I will not provide you with instructions, since most of you are not chefs, do not wish to be, and are here just for the Coromon content. However, I am not the same. I am currently a chef in training, becoming the next Marcel Ramsey himself. I have been cooking on and off for maybe the past 5 years, getting consistent around 3 years ago. And even though I only cook chicken and rice every day, that's just because of personal preference, and I do step out of my comfort zone to try other dishes sometimes. I am very much top of my cooking class in school, and I will be going to study at restaurant soon since my teacher just likes me that much. Enough bragging. In this video I'll explain the technicality of cooking the animal the Coromon is based on, and any traits a Coromon may have that may influence that. I'll provide you with a basic description of the dish, just so we're on the same page. I also won't tell you timings and temperatures, because that's both tedious, and also Coromon aren't regular in real life animals. Sizes are different, and even their cellular structure might vary, so no way to get accurate measurements. I will be doing 10 Coromon today, and if you guys want more, I'll finish the job. So, let's begin. Borealis. Bear meat, while edible and eaten in certain parts of the world, possesses many risks because of diseases and parasites inside the meat. However, the likely cold temperature of the body because of the ice type is likely to ward off most of them. As for the actual dish, just butcher it up and brine it. Bear meat is very tough, so the brine is there to make it juicier and more tender. Then your choice of cooking method. But here I decided to go for a smoke variant, so here we have it. Smoked Borealis shoulder. Anyway, smoke it, then do the tinfoil wrapping. This makes juices stay inside the meat and slowly boil it in its own juices. Let it broil for a bit like that and devour. Volcadon. Tortoises were eaten a lot during the time of the sailors. English sailors would take them and stack them on top of each other, alive, and then whenever they need a stack, they'd make the tower one shorter and fry one up, having an unspoilable amount of meat this way. Today, they aren't treated like this anymore, but still eaten. You can make soup, fried turtle, with rice, basically anything you can make with chicken. You could even cook it in its own heat maybe, but maybe you need something hot like oil, because water just evaporates at a certain temperature. But cooking is actually just a process of killing harmful bacteria and making food taste better, along with easier digestion. So if Toruga can't get caramelized with the heat available, it will still be safe to eat if it reaches a certain temperature. But I'd say making it into Toruga and rice would still work. Cook your rice, then your Toruga. In a Toruga pot, add onions and peppers, brown those off a bit, then add your diced Toruga meat. Cook that I don't know how long, but if chicken standards work, brown the meat until the inside is white. Then mix with rice and let things sit together for 20 minutes with the lid on. Oh yeah, and also don't forget the seasonings. Megalobite. I'm sure you've all heard of shark fin soup. However, that's a bit too generic and expected. And you can do so much with fish. You can make sushi, eat it raw, sear it, deep fry it. However, everyone seems to praise beer battered fish, so I guess that would have worked. For the dish, you cut your fish into bite-sized pieces. You mix flour, beer and seasonings. Then make the same thing again, but without the beer. Dip your fish in the beer mixture, then the flour mixture, and then deep fry that until golden brown delicious. Humby. Bees aren't really eaten around the world much since they're 1. Very small, 2. The sting has venom, so most of the time it has to be removed, 3. They're good for the environment if they stay alive. However, honey is very much eaten, and seeing as they have that high behavior, they most likely produce some. However, I'll combine it with something else down the line, so you will see then. Goldbeak. The bird. The most versatile piece of meat there is. I really hope I don't need to explain birds to you. I think I'll make some tandoor goldbeak today, which is basically just skewered meat on some big metal rods and placed in a big fire oven type thing. The golden pieces on the beak and the wings. I don't really know what you can do with them. You can put them as decorations or even make them the bow, I think. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Serpike. Snake meat is eaten in some Asian countries like China and Vietnam, and because of high collagen and protein content, is pretty healthy. However, this guy is venomous, seeing as he has poison sting, poison chomp, and acid bite by level up. All of the poison skills besides acid rain, along with the database saying the spikes and their teeth have deadly venom. But it is possible to eat venomous snakes. The poison is stored near the eye gland, or just like the head in general, and so in Spike's case, you just have to cut that off and the surrounding area and you're good. You can sear it, deep fry it, but I think my favorite might be skewered Spike over live fire. Head and spikes removed, of course. Houndrian. I don't need to introduce dog meat to you, you've probably heard plenty of Chinese jokes about it. On to how to cook this, I'm not entirely sure how safe you are to eat electric type Coromon. I don't know where the electricity comes from, and seeing as there's no animals in real life with electric powers, I can't guesstimate from those. But if I really had to guess, looking at the sprite, the electricity seems to come from its tail just near the region of the animal, and traverses its body from there. To cook it, cut it in half, and just don't use anything that might electrocute you. As for the recipes, I couldn't find much besides street food that doesn't all that great and I'm not showing. Houndrian Bozintang, which is dog soup with some unique vegetables and the usual Asian spices. You might be able to cook it in its own electricity too, but if you catch it, it's free. Armadillo. Armadillo meat is commonly eaten in Southern America, with countries like Brazil and Mexico being top consumers. However, seeing as there's a chance of you contracting leprosy if you eat it, I wouldn't exactly recommend it. However, Coromon aren't 100% equivalent to real animals, and guess what trait Armadillo can have? Vaccinated. Meaning we don't have to risk the disease if the Coromon is vaccinated. And Armadillo's meat is said to taste like high quality pork, so we can prepare it the same. I think this is a good time to use the hambi honey I've been saving, so add that along with garlic, a bit of oil, spices of your choice. I'll see Armadillo chops inside and sear on both sides until perfectly cooked. Cara Dune. This is one of the harder ones to figure out, since we have no real lead on what type of lizard it might be. It bears a resemblance to most desert lizards and crocodilians. However, since patch 1.3 is not out yet and sand types don't have poison immunity yet, you're gonna have to be really careful with lizards as they're quite likely to carry diseases. To prepare the dish, brine for a while. Remove the skin, head, those bony plates and guts because most of the meat is on the legs, spine and tail. Cook it like how you would cook a chicken. For this I decided on making Cara Dune tikka masala, which is a curry that originates from Pakistan, not India. It consists of a sauce, Cara Dune chunks, and some heavy cream. Then you put on some rice, and the last step is to poison chomp it away. Toruga. Tigers are sometimes eaten in Southeast Asia and thought to bring good luck, even though they're like very bad luck for your wallet. It is said that these majestic predators taste somewhat like lamb, which is pretty ironic. You might want to use lamb recipes for this, but in reality, this guy is much bigger than a lamb, which you would have known from seeing a tiger in person. I think making them into burgers would work best. For that you just grind the meat up, you make it into a patty, you set it on one side. When that side is done, you then flip it, you add a piece of American cheese and put on some water around it, and then you put on a lid. This causes the water to evaporate and basically like steams the cheese a bit and makes it melt quicker. So that way by the time the other side is cooked, your cheese is also melted, and that's how you make a Toruga cheeseburger. Alright, that was 10 of the 44 Coromon lines. Let's recap what we prepared. Smoked Borealis shoulder, beer batter fried megalobite, Toruga and rice, tandoor goldbeak, skewered surpike over live fire, Houndrian shoulder Korean soup, fried armadillo chows with hambi honey and vegetables, Cara Dune tikka masala, and Toruga burgers. Okay, yeah, I really hope this video was entertaining for you guys. You know, I'm mixing two passions into one, and it was pretty interesting to like do the research for this video. So I'm really hoping that I can like make this a series for you guys, and I can just include it on all of the like minor video polls. Anyway, yeah, I need to work on other things, so I'll just wrap this up. Anyway, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!